Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast, your one-stop shop for daily Miami Heat content. My name is Amir. This is the post-game show. The Miami Heat beat the Houston Rockets on the road in Houston, 104-100, in a huge victory for this Miami Heat team. This Miami Heat team is super frustrating. They're going to lose a game to the Atlanta Hawks the night before, and of course they come back, bounce back, and they beat the number 3 team in the West. The Rockets have been playing really well as a up and coming young team, and huge victory for the Miami Heat. Honestly, like, this team is frustrating. They lose again, like I mentioned, to the Raptors, the Detroit Pistons, and then they lose a bunch of these games that they should be winning, and you're just frustrated with the way they play all season, and then they come out and have a huge victory like this against the Rockets. I think the Heat are now 16-14. They're still in the 7th place right now. The Hawks are actually in the 5th seed now. They actually leapfrogged the Bucks and the Heat. The Houston Rockets are 21-11. They're 3rd in the West, which is crazy to see the leap they've made, obviously, over these past few years. But the story of this game is going to be outshadowed by the skirmish, the scuffle, the fight between Amen Thompson and Tyler Herro in that fourth quarter. The Houston Rockets pretty much just imploded, which was pretty embarrassing. So Fred VanVleet got a 5-second call when he was trying to inbound the ball. So one, horrible that they weren't able to get a timeout off in that 5 seconds. And then I think it was kind of weak that he got ejected somehow. I know he got a technical foul, but then they ejected him for maybe bumping into, I think it was Mark Davis, the referee, and they threw him out. So that was kind of weak, but that was kind of like the catalyst and the downfall for the Houston Rockets, who played really well tonight. It was a good game overall, and Houston had control in the second half, and it all again derailed in that fourth quarter after Fred VanVleet got ejected. Then, of course, Amen Thompson got ejected for slamming Tyler Herro. So the Heat had the ball. They were going to inbound the ball, and Tyler Herro was coming to get the ball, got tangled up with Amen Thompson. Amen Thompson then grabbed Tyler Herro's jersey. They were talking smack to each other, and then he lifted and like did a judo throw and slammed Tyler Herro on the ground. And then there's kind of like a little melee. And kudos to Terry Rozier, though. I want to give him a shout out because, one, he played pretty damn good in the first half at all 12, where he had 12 points. I think he had a couple of free throws at the end, but he had 12 of his points in the first half. Terry did have 14 points. I think he had 2 free throws in that fourth quarter. Second half, ice cold. Literally could not do shit. I don't know why Spo was playing Terry in that fourth quarter. I feel like he played every damn minute of that fourth quarter, and he was 0 for 8 in the game from 3, 6 for 19 overall. Efficient, did pretty well in the first half, like I said. Second half was dog shit. Yet Spo kept him in there for some reason. And again, defensively, I'm like, why are you keeping him in there? Why is Alec Burks not in there? Why is Pella Larson not in there? Jaime Jaquez, whoever it may be, because Tyler Herro is cooking. He's our playmaker. Got Bam Adebayo in there. Got Haywood Highsmith for defensive purposes, like Jovic, who we'll get into. But yeah, Terry Rozier, I was so pissed that he was still playing in that fourth quarter in the tight game. I was like, why is Spo keeping him in here? But after Amen Thompson slammed Tyler Herro on the ground, the first person to basically tackle Amen Thompson was Terry Rozier. So he was standing up for his teammate, which I appreciate, and was fighting for his team. So I'll give him credit for that. But he got ejected. Jalen Green, for some reason, got ejected. Tyler Herro got ejected for getting slammed, like, which makes no sense. Like, Tyler Herro could have got a technical foul, sure, for talking shit and maybe grabbing Amen Thompson after he was grabbing Tyler Herro first. But then why would Tyler Herro get ejected? But it didn't really matter at that point. There was like 40 seconds left. The Heat were up by 4 or 5 at that point before Nikola Jovic got to shoot 2 technical free throws, got the ball back. They hit them both, up by 6. He eventually went up by 7, actually, I think, after his 2 free throws. So I think the Heat were up by 5 at that point. So it was a 3-possession game. I remember John Crotty saying that, which was significant. And the game was over basically after that. And Houston Rockets fans are stupid. They're cheering when they saw Amen slam Tyler on the ground. So I like Amen Thompson, but didn't like him tonight. I think he's a freaking idiot because he has low IQ for and he's young. Obviously, he's in his second year, I believe, or is this his first year? Second year, I think. Definitely second year. And so he has no wherewithal that you're down 4 or 5 points, 40 something seconds left, and you slam Tyler Hero, get ejected, give up those free throws and the possession. Like that's like such a boneheaded dumb move. But that's pretty much the story of the game. Is that skirmish, but big victory for the Miami Heat. I mean, first half was really close. The Miami Heat were actually up 31-27 after the first quarter. And second quarter, both teams played really well defensively. Heat only scored 22. Rockets only scored 23 in that second quarter. But the Heat were up by 3 at halftime. Third quarter was a different story. It looked like the Miami Heat were going to have another third quarter. It looks like the Rockets scored 18-5. It was an 18-5 run to start the third quarter. So they were up by double digits. I think they're up by 12 or 13 at most at one point in the third quarter, but they were taking control of that third quarter. Dylan Brooks played really well in that third quarter specifically, and he was talking smack to Bam Adebayo, which I thought was really funny. You could see them going after each other in a clean, friendly manner, in a competitive manner. Um, Going back and forth, like when Bam would miss a shot, Brooks would talk shit. When Brooks would miss a three, Bam was talking shit. So that was funny to see. But then Dylan Brooks, scored 9 or 10 points in that third quarter, hit a big three in front of Bam, and kind of started talking smack to him and bumped into Bam, and then Bam, kind of pushed him. Happy there was no technicals called on both. Those guys were just having a little fun, I guess. So Dylan Brooks is that annoying Pat Bev type of guy that, if he's on your team, you like him, but if he's not on your team, you hate him. So third quarter, though, end of third quarter, Tyler Hero played really well. Haywood Highsmith, Nikola Jovic kept chipping away in that third quarter. And luckily, again, like I said, it wasn't a third quarter. The Heat were outscored only 28-32. So only down by a little going into the fourth quarter. And this is, again, where the Houston Rockets basically imploded and lost the game due to some timely mistakes by Fred VanVleet with the 5 second issue, and then of course getting a technical Anna ejection, and then of course the whole fight thing. But shout out to Tyler Hero, man. That was like hilarious after the game. He was basically saying like, I would be pissed too if like someone was scoring on me, getting all these assists and all these rebounds. Like I'd be mad too. And then Ime Udoka, the Houston Rockets coach, basically was saying something stupid. Like, I just saw a couple guys bumping chests, tussling with each other, and one guy was stronger than the other. So it's like, okay, I get it, Ime, you're defending your player, but still, like, I don't know why you would condone that boneheaded. I'll keep calling it boneheaded behavior because he cost the team the game essentially. Like he literally lost the game for them. So young guy, second year, he'll hopefully live and learn from this mistake, but hopefully he gets suspended too because he literally body slammed the shit out of Tyler Hero. And I love Tyler Hero, but come on, I'm pretty sure Amen Thompson would beat the shit out of Tyler Hero. But who knows? Maybe Tyler Hero knows jujitsu, and maybe Amen just knows judo. So Amen's good at throwing, but Tyler can has a better ground game. He can get an arm bar, or he can get a triangle hold on him. We'll see, but yeah, big win for the Miami Heat. Let's look through the box score real quick. So Terry Rozier, like I said, first half was great, second half was horrible, but ended up with 14 points, 5 boards, 6 for 19 from the field, but 0 for 8 from 3. And he was a -3? Okay, he improved. He was a -15 at one point in the fourth quarter. Haywood Highsmith continuing to shoot well from 3. He's been great. 38 minutes. He had 15 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 6 for 9 from the field, 3 for 6 from 3, shooting 50%. He's shooting like over 40% from 3 this year, which is huge. 1 block, 3 steals. So great game from Haywood. Tyler, as we know, all-star, stepped up, looked like the best player on the court today. 27 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 10 for 17 from the field, 3 for 7 from 3, 4 for 7 from the line. Needs to hit those 3 free throws. He would have had 30 points if he did. No steals, no blocks, only had 3 turnovers. Needs to clean that up, but still 9-3. That's a good ratio. Bam Adebayo, kind of a quiet game. 12 points, 10 boards, 1 assist, 4 for 12 from the field, 4 for 6 from the line. He had 3 steals. Kevin Love not looking great out there. 14 minutes, he had 6 rebounds, 5 points, but 1 for 7. Jovic, excuse me. I wish it was Jokic. Had an awesome game off the bench. Played 31 minutes, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. He has 5 for 9 from the field, 3 for 5 from three, 5 for 5 from the line, no turnovers. So huge game for Nico. Hit that game basically clinching three when the Heat were only up by one, and Tyler Herro found him off a double team. He got blitzed, found actually he found Haywood, I think, and then Haywood found Jovic off a hockey assist from Tyler Herro. Hit that huge three to put the Miami Heat up by 4. So kudos excuse me, to him. Jaime Hawk has only 16 minutes, man. 2 points, 3 rebounds, 1 for 3, just no impact. Khalil Ware, 14 minutes, 7 points, 7 boards, 2 assists, 3 for 3 from the field, and 1 block. He had a nice alley oop from Tyler Herro, nice pick and roll where he got the ball from Tyler Herro and finished with a layup over Jalen Green. So limited minutes, but he looked good. Rockets side, quickly we'll go over. Dylan Brooks had 22 points, but on 8 for 20 shooting. Fred VanVleet, solid game, but wasn't the most efficient. 16 points, 7 boards, 6 assists, 6 from 17 from the field. Sengun, love the guy. 18 and 18, 6 assists, 8 for 14 from the field, 1 block, 1 steal. He looked great. Jalen Green was first half, only scored like 5 points. Scored 14 in the third quarter, didn't score at all in the fourth. Non-existent. 19 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 6 for 21 for 8 from 3. Yikes. No one else really that stood out for the Rockets. But either way, huge win for the Miami Heat. Big win. The Miami Heat, I think, are playing the Pelicans next, if I am correct. So hopefully that should be a winnable game because the Pelicans are 5-27. Jesus Christ! If the Miami Heat beat the Houston Rockets and they lose to the Pelicans, I would not be surprised. That would be very fitting for this Miami Heat team. But either way, hopefully the Miami Heat can stack up some wins. And there's 2 games above 500, 7th seed, so it's a tight race in the East. But big win, and Tyler Herro has been balling. So that's all I got to say for this episode. Thanks for watching the post-game show, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.